Welcoming the stars of Article 370, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. All these wonderful, talented members of this naval band who are here to support the film, to welcome you all and एक बहुत खास शुरुआत के लिए. It's only fair before we play the trailer for all you wonderful people. Usually what happens is we go to theaters and film शुरू होने से पहले national anthem पे हम सब खड़े होते हैं, अपने देश के प्रति अपना प्यार दिखाते हैं, वो गर्व दिखाते हैं. तो मुझे लगता है वो बिल्कुल सही होगा if we do that right here also. Requesting all you wonderful people to kindly rise so that we can have the national anthem. A wonderful tribute to our nation from these amazing makers here, ladies and gentlemen. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सबका ये करने के लिए हमारे लिए, of course, और सबका इस बहुत ही खास अंदाज में स्वागत करने के लिए. एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं उन सब के लिए. This amazing naval band here, ladies and gentlemen, and congratulations for pulling that off. I would say, ये हमने पहले कभी नहीं देखा. Of course, picture की शुरुआत में we talk about national anthem, लेकिन यहाँ ट्रेलर की शुरुआत में हो रहा है, तो congratulations to each one of you. मैं आप लोगों से गुजारिश करूँगा कि आप लोग seats लें, please be seated. And before that, we'll have a quick photo op. You want to do that? Okay, come. We'll do that. कैसे करिए? सेंटर में करें? हाँ, सेंटर में. कोई नहीं, बहुत मजा आ रहा है. We good? So, ये ज़्यादा नहीं हो रहा, बाद में करें ना. आते हैं ना, we'll come back. Please be seated. ट्रेलर भी तो देख लेते हैं, बड़े सारे सवाल हैं, I'm sure. Please be seated. And now, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the team is here. और इस बहुत ही खास शुरुआत के बाद, it's time to take a look at the trailer. जैसा मैंने कहा, teaser को बहुत सारा प्यार मिला है. सर आपको सीधे ट्रेलर दिखा रहा हूँ मैं यहाँ पे. Of course, the song has got a lot of love. They've put in a lot of hard work and a lot of soul, I would say. बहुत कुछ गया है इसके पीछे. And जैसा मैंने कहा, it's not just a movie, it's an emotion जिससे एक भारतवासी relate कर पाएगा. और क्यों हुआ था, क्या हुआ था, कैसे. Yes, we can make some more noise for this amazing actor here, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Yami Gautam, एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं. So I have a question for you, Yami, and we'll just. Can we just switch that on?
Yeah. Hello?
Huh?
Yeah?
Wait, we on.
Okay. I'll still be audible, I think.
No, I think there's nothing here.
Sound check? Yeah.
We can all hear her, right?
Nice? Okay.
Okay, first of all, congratulations on this. And you have to spill some beans or secrets कुछ share करने पड़ेंगे. How come you so pro at handling all these weapons यार? क्या चल रहा था? Undercover cop वगैरह तो नहीं हो आप? कहीं कुछ चल रहा था ऐसा? Talk to us about that.
First of all, thank you so much for being here, coming here and making it all the more special and warm for all of us. This film means, someone said it very rightly, it's straight from the heart. And so there are a lot of emotions brimming right now. And to answer your question technically, I'll first just sum it up what this film means to me, Article 370. It's been a while I've been working in the industry, and years of hard work, years of patience, years of disappointments, and still a lot of hope. And I think if I have to culminate it in one film and put it out there, I think it'll be Article 370 for me. So it means so much. And talking about the action bit, पहले पता नहीं किसी ने ऑफर ही नहीं किया रोल. शायद मैं अपना सोशल मीडिया अपडेट नहीं करती हूँ अपने स्किल्स. तो शायद. But obviously every role comes with its own set of challenges and मेहनत जो सब करते हैं. ऐसा it's my job, to do what I do. Of course, काफ़ी challenges or physical challenges or to learn. Thank you. So, yes, he's very caring. Professionally, of course, there was training. I'm very thankful to Colonel Keshwinder Singh and Bhushan sir for helping us with the military, the advice and handling how to work with weapons. Yeah. I mean, who gets an opportunity every day to fire these Glock 17s and MP5s? I think this was... So I don't have... What I'm trying to say, I don't have any sad story. I don't want to make it like... मैंने बहुत मेहनत बहुत मैं यहाँ गिर गई मैं वहाँ गिर गई मुझे ये इंजरी आई. That's not important. The important bit is for me that I really had a blast working on this film. Wow. I had a great time working on this film. And I enjoyed that challenge. I think जिस दिन आप उस pain को, whatever you're going through or you're learning something new, you make it fun, you own it up, and you start having fun. Even though the BTS pictures might not support what I'm saying right now, I still look very intense. But that's the beauty of it. So thank you, Aditya, for giving me this opportunity. You would have been in trouble otherwise. And this is healthy nepotism. Ye acha wala nepotism hai. So family. So it was really good.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए उनके लिए for sharing this wonderful thing हमारे साथ. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would like to invite on stage this powerhouse of talent. We've seen her on the big screen every single time. The ball is out of the park. Give it up for Priya Mani ji. जोरदार तालियां बनती है. Come on. And we can do some हल्ला गुल्ला also. Yeah. इनके लिए तो बनता है. Yes, we can do that. We can scream and do what not. Welcome. Thank you so much. Please be seated. मैं कह रहा था हल्ला गुल्ला बनता है सीटी. Both of you on that big screen are looking fabulous.
Thank you.
Like that chemistry जितनी भी देर के लिए हमें देखने को मिली है, that's something out of the world. So मुझे सबसे पहले तो ये बताइए, changing face of entertainment, cinema, this is what we've been talking about. We've been talking about pan-Indian films. लेकिन यहाँ पे जो सबसे हटके चीज हो रही है, that's another first, I would say, kind of, कि दो leading ladies हैं, उन्होंने वो सारा जिम्मा अपने कंधों पे ले लिया है to present this wonderful film. How do you see that? What do you have to say on that?
Thank God, I think you asked me this question and you didn't ask me why I wasn't holding a gun or
why
I didn't fire any gun or anything. For that thing, I have to complain to Aditya sir about that. Because in this film, I wasn't offered, okay, so I'm not holding any gun. Unfortunately, I don't have any action sequences in this. But, yeah, you can see, the action you can see when it comes on the big screen on the 23rd. But yes, talking about the cinema as such, how we were on this project and how we handle the whole project, I think it's all thanks to Aditya Jambhale and Aditya sir there. Both the Adityas, they had the story, it was so strong, the characters were so strong that I think it was very easy for us to bring something bring something live to all of you. And I just hope all of you love what you see. I mean, I'm sure you loved what you've seen so far, but picture abhi baki hai, तो जब 23rd को आ जाएगा आपको पता चलेगा.
बहुत अच्छे से पता लगेगा, है ना. जो भी हमने देखा है उसको बहुत सारा प्यार जिस हिसाब से यहाँ पे मिल लिया है. अब बुलाना चाहेंगे, प्लीज.
I feel this film, although of course we are the faces right now,
Yeah.
we're the actors sitting in front of you, and we happen to be females. So you know, but what I'm trying to say that this film is not about us. It's not about Zuni or Rajeshwari.
Rajeshwari, yeah.
This film is about Article 370 and a whole full-fledged team that was responsible for making this this mission happen successfully, and which is the reason why it went down in as a landmark chapter in our political history. So it is not about us. It's much more
Than that.
And this is just a gist of what you've seen, because in real life that's exactly how it's happened. You know, so it's a tribute to them, and it's just our way of telling their story of how some men and women of courage and efficiency, how they to imagine that someone's actually gone down and done that, and how between that why and how, that's what the story is.
Right, and there is so much more to talk about this. And जिनकी vision है, I think it's only fair that अब उनको मैं यहाँ पे मंच पे बुलाऊं. He's a national award winner, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for the director of this movie, Aditya Suhas Jambhale Saab. He's here with us. We got to make some more noise for this gentleman here. How beautifully he's presented everything on that big screen. Aditya sir, welcome. सबसे पहले ये थोड़ा सा ऑफ जा रहा हूँ मैं, कितना कंफ्यूजन होता था सर आदित्य
So the thing is, so मेरे लिए अभी आदित्य नाम एग्जिस्ट नहीं कर रहा है मेरे इनके कंपनी में वगैरह, because of the confusion, so they call me either AJ or Jambhale.
Simple. I knew it. ये निकली अंदर की बात. अब जो most important चीज है, so we've all heard about action thrillers, political dramas. यहाँ ये एक अलग genre आप तैयार कर रहे हो, action political drama. तो ये डेब्यू के लिए ये कहाँ से कैसे शुरुआत हुई? टॉक टू अस अबाउट इट प्लीज.
I think yes, it's my first debut as a film release. It's my first film release. I think जो इन्होंने भी कहा कि आर्टिकल 370 जिस तरीके से हटाया गया था, जिस तरीके से उसे इनऑपरेटिव किया गया था, और जितनी the first thing, it was a secretive mission.
Right.
It happened without letting anybody know, and the second important thing, it happened without any innocent bloodshed for that matter, without firing a bullet or anything like that. So ऐसे आप जब मिशन करते हो तो it definitely has lot of facets in it which are not in public domain. So when me and Aditya, when we came across those things, when we did the research and when we saw everything on the table, that time we just realized that drama इसमें है. When you have so much of information to be told to the audience, जो public domain में है ही नहीं, लोगों को ये पता ही नहीं है कि आर्टिकल 370 कैसे हटाया गया था, जो पर्दे के पीछे जो चल रहा था. तो जब ये देखा तो obviously then it automatically had everything. It had action, it had drama, it had politics, and in India we felt that political films करने में एक shyness होता है, we don't really attempt to it. But if you see in Western cultures, Western film basically, in Western films, they are making those kind of films. So we wanted to set up a trend where we make a film which kind of mixes these different narratives and different genres together and gives a cinematic experience about this whole operation.
Right.
And I think actors and everybody, the entire crew, they just did fabulous job in actually helping us to translate that vision on the screen.
Right. How real is this gonna be? How real is this gonna be?
It's going to be very authentic because the research that has gone down for months about how every किस तरीके से हर facet में ये किया था, implementation किया था,
Right.
had lot of detailings, and we tried to portray every detail as much as possible, may it be even in action or may it be even in politics or may it be any other things that we show, whether it is a PMO bureaucrat or those details, how things happened, किसने क्या step ले ली, उसके वजह से क्या हुआ. So जितना हम cinematic experience में डाल सकते हैं और हम उनको close to realism लेके आ सकते हैं, we have tried our best and I think we are very close to real event.
I'm sure, because यहाँ भी जो हम देख रहे हैं वो बड़ा real सा लग रहा है, organic सा लग रहा है. I think that is commendable. एक बार जोरदार तालियां for this team, ladies and gentlemen. अब जिन्हें यहाँ बुलाने जा रहा हूँ, he's a director, और जैसे ये डायरेक्ट करते हैं अवार्ड्स पे अवार्ड्स ले लेते हैं, जब ये कुछ लिखते हैं तो लोग वाह वाह करते रह जाते हैं, एंड अब जब ये प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं सो सेम चीज हो रही है. B62 स्टूडियो से, ladies and gentlemen, the maverick Aditya Dhar is here with us. Welcome. Yeah, that's Yami, Aditya.
Hi.
Lovely. I'm sure अच्छी होगी मुलाकात. Okay, so first things first.
Yes, sir.
You know, Geo Studios, B62 Studios, एक साथ आना, and this talk to us about that, please.
So, first and foremost, for this collaboration, I would give credit to Jyoti.
जी.
She stood by us for a project like this, like a rock. Everybody in Geo has backed us relentlessly on this project. Sorry, I've got a little, थोड़ा गला खराब है तो मैं हल्की से बात कर रहा हूँ. But emotion कायम है. तो yeah, so we have been collaborating quite a lot. We have already done about 3 films which will be coming out now. And it has been one of the most wonderful and one of the most satisfying collaborations and experiences. And it's really beautiful that you have a producer along with you who gives you a complete free hand. And for a creative person, there is nothing more important than that.
Yeah.
Believes in you, trusts in you, gives you complete free hand. And the kind of support they gave us and Jambhale, I don't know many people who have given that kind of support for a first-time filmmaker and a first-time producer. So I would give all credit to Gio and Jyoti and Priyanka and the entire team of Gio.
Right. So it's like, talking about new beginnings. So B62, your maiden production, and of course the both of you, the wonderful couple here, they are welcoming some more good news. So would you like to talk about that? मैंने कर दिया आप लोगों का काम आसान.
So this film is a family affair. My brother was there, my wife was there, and there's a baby on its way who was present. So outside. But it was an amazing time because the way the film happened and the way we got to know about the baby on its way also, it almost felt like वो अभिमन्यु वाली स्टोरी याद आ गई. The baby knows exactly about how 370 was abrogated, but yeah, so that's how it happened. But yeah, soon you will get to know that if it's gonna be Lakshmi or a Ganesha, but
It's going to be happiness, I'm sure. It's going to be happiness. One last thing, creatively you're collaborating with Yami after a long time. After Uri,
Yes.
I think this is your agla collaboration. So how was that?
it was phenomenal. मतलब सेट पे डिस्कशन होते थे, फिर घर पे जाके डांट खाते थे. It was good fun. No, I'm kidding. No, but she's a thorough professional and she knows her shit. Sorry to say that, but she knows her shit really, really well. So, and it's something where I really feel honored and privileged that I truly feel I lucked out that I got married to her, because as a human being, she's one of the best human beings you will ever meet. She's spiritual, she's religious, she's somebody who's very thorough about her work. She's very professional. If you call her at 6 a.m. for a shoot, she'll be there no matter what by 5:30. And she'll be ready, like sitting, waiting. And for that, she'll get up at like 3:30, take a shower, and then do puja every day, no matter what. So that way is I completely lucked out professionally, personally. I think I'm one of the most luckiest guy in this world.
That's an awe moment. Aditya Dhar sir, thank you.
If I try right now, they'll say it's pregnancy hormones, but it's not. It's
No, don't try.
Okay, and now would like to invite on stage, ladies and gentlemen, the other producer, of course, the better half of B62, I would say. Give it up for Lokesh Dhar Saab, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, mate. There he comes. Welcome, sir.
By the way, Lokesh is older than me. He's 5-6 years older than me. He looks younger, but he's older than me.
अभी यहाँ पे पहला ही सवाल आएगा, ये त्वचा का क्या राज है सर यहाँ पे? Okay, Lokesh sir, this one's for you. Please tell us, सबसे पहले B62 is what? Like?
Yeah. So B62 is the address where we grew up, Aditya and me. So it's the place where I was born. It's the place Aditya was born. It's the place where my parents got married. And the first 12, 13 years of my life and 7, 8 years of Aditya's life, we grew up there. So the history is basically on one side there was a theater called Sapna. This is in Delhi. Okay. And on the other side there was a theater called Alankar. And every Sunday, our parents would take us to one of the theaters.
Right.
And that's where our love for film started. We became extremely passionate. We were big fans of Amitabh and all of that world. So we are not from film business as such, but I have been in the film business for more than 20 years, but in the US. Okay. And we joined hands in 2019. Right. Aditya had made Uri, and he had come to US, and we decided that we wanted to start something. And this is an exciting moment for us. It's the first public event where we talk about our company, where we talk about the trailer. Yeah. So yeah.
So this is your maiden venture, I would say. Of course, here, what kind of discussions were going on while working on Article 370? Jo shuruaat hui thi, talk to us about that, please.
So this is a very personal film for us. We are both Kashmiri Pandits, so our families have been affected by this thing. So this is not something that we were thinking of making when the Article 370 was abrogated. The germination of this happened much before that.
Right.
Not this film exactly, but the events which have taken place in our lives, in our relatives and all of that. So in terms of just the film, we are very thorough when it comes to film. So when it comes to discussions, when it comes to scripting, even on the day of the shoot, we are working on the script.
Right.
Even on the morning, I mean, Priyamani and Yami would address that, and Jambhale, that in the morning sometimes we don't know what has to be shot where, because we are still trying to fine tune the script. So as professionals, for everything we do, we want to make it perfect, as good as possible. There are so many constraints, but in the constraints that we have, let's make it as good as possible. Let's create something which is of international standard.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Talking about goodness and perfectionism, sir, मैं ना बड़ा खुश हूँ ये मुझे दिया. I have something to hold on to today. It's like I am feeling all perfect hosting this. So now I know you have a lot of questions. So it's over to the wonderful members of the press. Ji, I'll give you the mic.
Over here.
We can hear you.
So, okay. So, of course, you are always, as a director, you're always tempted when you hear a great story. But as the belief of our company, so like it took me almost 17, 18 years to make a Uri. I was supposed to direct my first film in 2009. That didn't happen. I was supposed to direct my first film in 2011. That didn't happen. 2013, 14, 16. For various reasons, that didn't happen. And finally, Uri happened after 10 years. 2019, it released. And I understood that there was a huge problem, which I feel, with our industry, where the talent was not being backed. It was, like she said, that like there was thoda chacha bhatija vaad thoda zyada tha. And I met him during 2019 National Awards, and we happened to speak to each other at that time. And I realized that the kind of hunger and the kind of talent Jambhale has, it might be even better. He might be even better than me. So let's give the best script to best deserving person. It's not like I wouldn't have made a good film out of this. I would have made a good film, but I wouldn't have made a better film than what Jambhale has made. And I truly believe in that our company's motto is that let's give chance to people who are outsiders, who really deserve that opportunity, because I didn't get it. I didn't have any godfather, I didn't have any Mai Baap. So I really truly believe in that.
I'll just like to add one thing.
Is it working?
I don't know. So the thing is, I think also being like we met and he gave that opportunity and had that trust in me. But I think also it deals with two things. It is one thing is about one thing is about the foundation on which the company is based on, which is thorough professionalism and trying to give the talent the freedom it needs. But also Aditya being a director turned producer, it helped me a lot because he's coming out not just with one perspective, he knows what perspective I am thinking of. So that balance is something that I think the destiny gave it to me because I got Aditya, that okay, he knows why I'm saying a certain thing, and there was always a conversation. It was always a chemistry built on any decision whatsoever. So there was no friction of any kind. In fact, both of us also, including the other writing team also, Monal Thakur and Arjun Dhawan, we always were trying to make it better. So it was always that intention, and that I think he's the most important person who led that foundation and that process. He gave that direction. This is how we'll go ahead. And that helped me a lot as a director because I was not under pressure of, how do I say, if I have to say something, if I want to make a certain treatment completely different. He was always like, go for it. I mean, you try it. I mean, whatever you want. So that I think is a very big thing for me.
The base is basically excellence. We have to strive for excellence, no matter what, and give audience something which they have never experienced before. That was the base with which we made Uri also. That let's give something which audience has never seen before, and same goes for this film, all the other films. He has directed another film for us, brilliant film. We'll talk about it someday else. That's also coming out really, really soon. So yeah, excellence is what we are always striving for.
Over here.
Yes.
Hi. First of all, congratulations to the entire team. Hi, Yami. Good to see you after a long time. And सबसे पहले, I think, congratulations to you once again. सब लोग जोर से ताली बजाओ यामी के लिए. I think she's done all the stunts all by herself. And we just got to know about the pregnancy right now. So anyway, doing stunts all by yourself is very difficult. And I'm not sure about whether the timelines coincided or not. But if in case it coincided, I'm sure it must have been a lot more difficult to do those things. So mentally, how was it taxing for you? Was it challenging? Because enjoy karte ho, like you said already, that you take the fun side of it and you enjoy the process. But mentally, was it tough to reach that stage of toughness? And then I have a question for Aditya as well.
Wow, only if I could write thesis on it and how I felt. Thank you so much. Of course, it's mentally, there's so many questions. The first are always challenging, and if you're asking about motherhood and everything coming together at the same time, I really don't know what I would have done had Aditya not been there by my side. Had it been
Jaan le lo Aditya.
and Lokesh Bhaiya, everybody. I mean, it was of course a home production, but you're part of something. There's a sense of responsibility as an actor, and credibility as an actor, that you have to consistently be at it. Of course, we took precautions. That's also not a time where you tell everybody that okay, this is what's going to happen. It's something which is no kept secret, right? And but luckily, most of the stunts and the whole training bit, it was very rigorous training for weeks. As I already mentioned, very thankful to Keshav sir and Bhushan sir. He also took us to NSG here in Mumbai, and my God, that has to be one of the best days of my life, where you actually got to fire live, and I came out looking red like an apple. And they said, "What happened?" I said, "I don't know. I really enjoyed firing those shots." And so many emotions, of course, so many things. You want to be conscious, you want to be cautious, you want to be careful. I'm really thankful to some of the doctors that who were supervising this secretly. And so we were mostly left with the talkie portion or the walking shots, which we could work around and manage. But all in all, as he said, this was almost felt like more than surreal. Like, your baby is also part of this whole thing. There were always two of us putting that effort, two of us walking, two of us saying those lines. One, if I'm rehearsing, I'm sure the baby is listening, and I'll never. And I think somewhere the inspiration also comes from how I've seen my mother, work her way through when she was expecting my siblings, or I'm sure the kind of stories I've heard when she was expecting me. I think the kind of mental makeup, especially we Indian women have, I think it's way more stronger than we give ourselves credit for. So. Yeah.
And kudos to you for that. And I'm sure the baby must be very proud and happy कि मेरी मम्मी इतनी कमाल की action already करती है. Already very proud. Aditya, my question is to you next.
Baby said
you know, I'll ask you that, in 2019 when Uri came, it was widely loved. Now it's coming in the year 2024. A lot of people outside, you talk about news articles, etc. Some people are saying that, oh, it's a brilliant coincidence that it's kind of coinciding with the election years as well. Naturally, the next narrative that forms is whether it's a propaganda film. But do you sometimes feel it's unfair because you are from Kashmir, right? So everything that you feel about the film comes straight from the heart, exactly what was mentioned earlier. So do you feel it's kind of unfair when people downplay this emotion of yours and kind of label it as a propaganda film? How do you look at it?
So people who label it as propaganda, I don't care about them. It is as simple as that. I really don't care about them because the whole point is that I know where it's coming from. And Indian audience is actually very, very smart. They are really, really smart. They know a film, जब वो देखते हैं उनको समझ में आता है कि कौन सी फिल्म प्रोपेगेंडा है और कौन सी फिल्म का इंटेंट करेक्ट है. एंड मेरी फिल्म का हमेशा टिल द टाइम आई एम अ फिल्म मेकर और आई एम अ प्रोड्यूसर और आई एम अ डायरेक्टर, द इंटेंट विल बी ऑलवेज राइट. द डे द इंटेंट इज रॉन्ग, आई विल स्टॉप मेकिंग फिल्म्स. सो आई डोंट केयर व्हाट people say, especially those people जो agenda-driven critics थे. And it's my observation, I might be absolutely wrong, but I always thought that the downfall of agenda-driven critics happened from Uri. If you notice that all the people who had said such bad things about Uri at that time, audience just thronged to the theaters. They just went, and the result was what happened with Uri. So audience doesn't care. It doesn't care if what your political agenda is, what you are thinking and how you are presenting the reviews. What it cares about is what is the intent of the filmmaker. And trust me, like we have so many examples right now. We watch a 12th Fail and we know that the intent of Vidhu Vinod Chopra was something to make like a great film. अब आप उसको कैसा भी review दे दो, it doesn't matter. Audience will still go for it. So I always feel it's the intent which matters. And over here with me, at this film as propaganda. 370 is an India-centric film. It is one film. It's an event which literally brought India together. It made India one, which was not there, which hadn't happened in 70 years. It's an incredible story. It's one of the best stories I've ever heard. When we were doing research for this film, the kind of stories we got to, Yami, the character she's playing, it's actually based or inspired from a real life woman who actually pulled it off. Priyamani, the character she is playing, it's actually inspired from real people sitting in PMO and how they figured out the whole thing. And the brilliant bit was that there were hundreds of people involved in it, and nobody leaked even a single information. And I kind of sometimes think of myself as investigative journalist. To get these informations out, you have to really, really struggle. But once we got the informations out, we thought it was one of the best stories we have ever. It's got everything. It's got politics, it's got thrill, it's got drama, it's got action, and it happened like it's inspired from real stories. So I don't care about what these people say.
All the best to you, and I hope the success repeats in this one as well, just like how it was in Uri. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Hi.
This mic.
Hi. I can hear you. I can hear you.
आदित्य, कश्मीर का जो मसला है वो कम से कम 75 साल पुराना है, आज़ादी के पहले का है, जब
फिल्म के बाद जब रिलीज़ होंगी ट्विटर इंस्टाग्राम हर जगह पर फिर कमेंट्स भी आएंगे, ट्रोलिंग भी होगी, कंट्रोवर्सी भी होगी, तो आर यू प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर दैट एज वेल मेंटली?
This is for me?
Yes, both.
Of course. Matlab, that is given. That was given. My intent of making Uri, for example, my intent of making Uri was that I want to make a film which is a tribute to Indian Army. उसके ऊपर लोगों ने उसको propaganda बना दिया, जो भी बना दिया. I like eventually I don't care. Like we don't care that much. जिसको जैसा सोचना, एक बार ये फिल्म रिलीज हो गई, ये ऑडियंस की फिल्म बन गई है. उसके बाद वो क्या करते हैं उस फिल्म के साथ, वो हमारे हाथ में नहीं है. बट इन लाइक आई अगेन सेइंग दैट striving for excellence and intent, these are the two things which we have maintained in this film also. And I really hope that majority of the audience likes this film, enjoys this film, and appreciates the effort which has gone behind making this film the way it is. Thank you.
Hi everyone, Rashita here from Galata, India. Yeah, hi. Firstly, congratulations to the entire team here, Aditya.
Hi.
The trailer really looks intense, power-packed, and I'm sure it is something.
He told me the story, he told me what it is all about. And rightly, as you know, both of them said that the intention is always right. And I also believe in doing something like that. And which is why I chose to be part of this film. And I'm happy that I'm part of the film. And so thank you so much for having me part of the film. And I hope I've lived up to the expectations of everybody.
Thank you so much.
Hello here.
Hello.
Left hand side, yeah.
Hello.
Here, your
Yeah,
right
yeah,
hand side,
yeah,
I guess,
yeah.
yeah. Hi, शिल्पा here from मायापुरी मैगजीन. मेरा सवाल यामी आपके लिए है. जिस तरह से आपके सारे किरदारों का जिक्र किया गया, एंड वाकई में हर कोई एक्टर ऐसा किरदार करना चाहेगा जो हम ट्रेलर में देख रहे हैं, इतना पावरफुल किरदार. और जहाँ पे उरी में हमने आपको देखा एक अलग अंदाज था, और यहाँ पर एक्शन अवतार है आपका फुल ऑन. तो क्या कहेंगी जब आप ऐसे किरदार करते हैं, कोई पावरफुल किरदार जहाँ से लोग इंस्पायर होते हैं, लोग कुछ सीखते हैं, कुछ जानते हैं जो बहुत ज़रूरी है, तब ऑडियंस भी कनेक्ट कर पाए, वो एक जिम्मेदारी भी आती है आपके कंधों पर जब आप ऐसा किरदार करते हैं. तो क्या प्रिपरेशन रहती है आपकी फॉर दिस कैरेक्टर, फॉर डूइंग दीज पावरफुल कैरेक्टर्स?
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर वर्ड्स. अगर खासकर आर्टिकल 370 की बात की जाए, मैं जूनी हक्सर का किरदार निभा रही हूँ. और जूनी कश्मीरी लड़की है और एक इंटेलिजेंस ऑफिसर है. बहुत लोग इंटेलिजेंट ऑफिसर लिखते हैं. इट्स नॉट इंटेलिजेंट ऑफिसर, इट्स इंटेलिजेंस ऑफिसर. एंड आई थिंक पहली चीज़, वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट थिंग्स, और ये मेरा एक बेस स्ट्रक्चर कह सकते हैं, एक प्रेप मोड है जो सभी फिल्मों के लिए है कि आई एम वेरी थरो विद माई स्क्रिप्ट. आई थिंक सारे सवाल आपकी स्क्रिप्ट में ही होते हैं पहले. एंड आई नो आप थक जाएंगे सुनते हुए, बट ही वॉज द फर्स्ट डायरेक्टर टू से दिस टू मी, बिकॉज जब उरी मेरे पास आई थी, मैंने कहा था यू नो ये रिसर्च करनी चाहिए, यहाँ करनी चाहिए, मैं किससे बात करूँ, मुझे किसी से मिलना चाहिए, who do I seek inspiration from, how do I prepare for my character. So one of the first things he said, you know, अगर स्क्रिप्ट अच्छी है तो आपके मेजॉरिटी उस सवालों का जवाब उस स्क्रिप्ट में ही होगा. तो और ये सच बात है. एंड और जितनी बार आप पढ़ते हैं, हर बार आपको कोई नई चीज़ समझ में आती है, नई चीज़ पता चलती है. और वो मैं थोड़ा आई हैव अ लिटिल ओल्ड स्कूल हैबिट ऑफ मेकिंग दोज हैंड रिटन नोट्स, जो उसके बाद मुझे खुद मैग्नीफाइंग ग्लास से देखने पड़ते हैं मैंने ये क्या लिखा था.
And her scripts are filled with notes. Like each and every page, there's no space left. Like she has minutest of details written on her script. Like she's so thorough with her scripts.
I back it up. I completely agree. And I saw that when we were doing the reading, she got the script along with her, and every page when AJ was reading the lines and he was explaining to us the whole story and everything, I just happened to peek at her script, and all I could see was all the writings all over, and so she's completely thorough in that.
Sweet Priya, thank you. तो ऑफ कोर्स ये आपका एक मेंटल प्रिपरेशन है, एक इमोशनल कनेक्ट है, एक बैक स्टोरी बनाई जाती है, विच वी सैट टुगेदर एंड वी मेड फॉर जूनी. एंड ऑफ कोर्स एक जो फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट है, एक कि आपको फॉरगेट फायरिंग अ गन, पहले हाउ डू यू होल्ड अ वेपन. इट हैज़ टू लुक लाइक अ पार्ट ऑफ यू, एन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ यू. शुड नॉट लुक कि आपने कोई ऑब्जेक्ट पकड़ा है. दैट्स अ ह्यूज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. And one of the first things I remember Bhushan sir taught me, हम कभी इंडियन आर्मी अपना वेपन ज़मीन पे नहीं लगने देती. So you have to learn how to, अगर आप you lying down also, how do you lie down without having your knee touch the ground first or your weapon. So इतनी डिटेल में ट्रेनिंग हुई है, चाहे वो फिल्म में दिखाए ना दिखाए, बट द बैक ऑफ माई माइंड अगर एज एन एक्टर मुझे पता है कि मेरी वायरिंग और कंडीशनिंग और प्रेपरेशन इस तरीके से हुई है, तो ऑन सेट कुछ भी दिया जाएगा, everything will come in handy and I'm more prepared. And of course, जैसा आपने कहा and how Aditya shared, this character is based on someone's real life. It's inspired by a true female intelligence officer. So it was an honor for me to play her. And I'm so thankful to my producers that just to make more money, they did not turn the character into a male character. And they give me this opportunity and gave us this opportunity. So thank you once again.
Hi. Hi, this is Jaya here from Bollywood Now. My question is to Lokesh. So this is your first film here. What made you choose to do this film? It's a full of political action drama.
No, it's always the story. We are not looking at what is the potential box office and how the critics will review it. The only thing which matters is the story something worth telling is it something in our zone? So, we have a certain sense of films and where we come from, and if that's aligned, we are making that film. After that, we do not think about, how are we gonna cast, what's gonna happen. It's just that, we go with a very determined mind that we have to make the film. We've already made 3 films, and in all of those cases, it's the story which stuck with us, and we went for it. And that will be in the future as well.
To add to his reply, Uri happened with Vicky when Vicky was not considered as a solo commercial actor, and it happened. We have done a film called Dhoom Dham, which happened with Pratik Gandhi at a point when Pratik Gandhi, nobody knew about him that well. We did a film.
This is a genre which is unexplored in this country. We have politics as well as action happening parallelly, which I don't think anybody has seen it in India before. And so it had nothing to do with, is it similar to Uri or not? No, this is a completely different story. And even with Aditya, all the films that he is trying to do or writing, whether it is Aditya Dhar or Aditya Jambhale, they're all very different.
So the next film he's doing is a horror film. The film after that might be a biopic, which we are discussing.
Which
right
is a
now.
romantic story. Yeah.
Which is a romantic biopic. So with us also, it's like the world is your oyster. Whatever you want to do, you go ahead and do it. But the whole point is the story has to be great.
And I'll just like to add one point to your question. That the thing is, what was challenging with this film, if you compare, see, in Uri it was a surgical strike that was the moment of defining moment. Here it's a law being removed with lot of things that are not in public domain. So our intent right from the start was, after you watch a film like Article 370, you should understand everything and understand how this article was held inoperative on 5th of August 2019. Even if it is a 5th standard में पढ़ने वाला बच्चा भी ये बोल पाएगा कि कैसे हुआ है, मैं अभी जानता हूँ, ऐसे हुआ है. So that is our intent, that is our intent to make it in that way.
और बाकी जो चीजें हैं 23rd, you saying something?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
Creative part in B62 and the financial part in B62.
I take the creative. It's not like that. We all do everything. But Lokesh, being from top college, he takes the more of finance wala side. I, being a lafunder, I take care of the more creative side.
So Yami ji, payment full आ गया है ना?
Yeah.
उरी की सफलता के बाद, उरी के ब्लॉकबस्टर होने के बाद आपने एक फिल्म अनाउंस की थी विक्की कौशल के साथ, अश्वत्थामा, और आपका ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट है वो। उसके बाद कई अपडेट्स आए, लेकिन फिलहाल ताज़ा अपडेट क्या है, कब बनेगी, किसके साथ बनेगी, कुछ बताना चाहेंगे?
नहीं, so basically we have put that film on back burner right now. I'll be very honest with you. The kind of vision I had for that, we all had for that film, it was too big for the mathematics to work for Indian cinema, because the kind of VFX quality we were looking at, nobody has even strived for it yet. So unfortunately, जब तक या फिर तो टेक्नोलॉजी सस्ती हो जाए, या फिर हमारा जो सिनेमा हॉल के जितने सिनेमा हॉल्स हैं वो बढ़ जाए, लोग जाने ज़्यादा लगे, तब तक मुझे थोड़ा सा देखना पड़ेगा. आई गिव यू एन एग्जाम्पल. जेम्स कैमरन ने अवतार 27 साल पहले सोची थी, बट उसने वेट किया था फॉर द मार्केट टू गो अप और फॉर टेक्नोलॉजी टू कम टू दैट लेवल वेयर ही कैन एक्चुअली प्रेजेंट इट. आई एम नो जेम्स कैमरन, मतलब मैं उसके नाखून भी बन जाऊँ मेरे लिए वो भी काफ़ी होगा. बट द होल पॉइंट इज़ दैट वी हैव टू मेक श्योर, लाइक अगेन द इंटेंट बिट, कि एक्सेलेंस और इंटेंट अगर वो अचीव करना है, देन देर कैन नॉट बी एनी मीडियोक्रिटी. देर कैन नॉट बी कि यार मुझे प्रोजेक्ट बनाना है तो चलो फटाफट करके, इवन इफ इट्स 5 years of my prime time in my life, it doesn't matter. The film has to be brilliant, because अगर एक बार ये फिल्म वो छप गई, वो अगले 100, 200, 300 साल तक वो छप गई है. So it cannot be something which is mediocre, which is something where my intent is wrong, कि मेरे को पैसे बनाने से. No, it cannot be. It has to be that it is striving for excellence. I truly believe, and I'm a patriot, I truly believe that as filmmakers we have a huge responsibility of representing our country in a right way. I really want to see me or one of my colleagues to stand in Oscar on the stage and win it for India. So it will only happen if we compete with them, and to compete with them we have to be excellent. We cannot be mediocre, and that's how we have to go with it.
And I'm sure we'll get to see a lot of excellence on that big screen on the 23rd of Feb, Article 370 के रूप में. That's all we have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, समय जो है, समय सीमा अब समाप्त होती है. So it's time for a quick photo op, and I've been flexing this. I think we should have all these folders for these superstars too. आप बांट दो यहाँ से. Check.
Yeah, I think yes. I come from Goa, and this is the first time that a Goan director is doing a Hindi film. So I mean, at the end of the day, I think Goa is also filled with a lot of cultural heritage. It is filled with a lot of talent. But I think I just hope that because of this opportunity and this film, probably there'll be more people coming out, more technicians and more filmmakers trying to have that dream that they can come to this beautiful city and get that dream fulfilled and get that chance. So I think that is the only thing. I'm not somebody. I'm still learning, and I'll keep learning. But with this with this opportunity, I'm just grateful that I can probably ignite some more minds to think that it is possible for a Goan to get to Mumbai and strive, learn, and somewhere you'll have that chance, and the industry will give you that chance. So that's the only point I had.
Thank you. Yeah. For sharing that. Ladies and gentlemen, एक बार जोरदार तालियां for this amazing cast and crew of this movie. Thank you so much for all those jawabs, and thank you so much for all those wonderful questions. We'll pose with the folders first. Something confidential. कोई नहीं, पहले ऐसे सेटअप वाली तो कर लो आप. इतना अच्छा फोटो ऑप है.
Check. Uh,
आप लोग का मोमेंट है.
आज विनोद का बर्थडे. अरे पिक्चर क्यों चालू कर रहे हैं यार ये? अरे यार कहाँ से लगा दिया ये? क्या ये लगा दिया?
टॉलीवुड बंद कर.
नहीं थोड़ा नीचे हो जाए हल्का सा.
We good? Huh? Thank you so much. प्रिया जी आइए. Your turn.
प्रिया 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 का ले लो. प्रिया का ले लो.
इसने थोड़ा पीछे हो. इसने
राइट में देखो. राइट मैम यहां पर राइट प्रिया जी. राइट
ए हळू रे साथ में दोनों मार करवा देंगे इनके पास विनोद का बर्थडे आज बोलना विनोद का बर्थडे अरे भैया तीनों का इसने मत हिला तू
अरे बाप रे
बालकनी
Good, we are good.
विनोद देगा विनोद हाँ तो विनोद देगा नहीं फोटो बराबर इसने ये झाला
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
थोड़ा बैठ जाओ प्लीज
ये झाला चलो जल्दी जल्दी रिसेप्शन समझ लो अरे बोल रे ये अरे थिएटर का टाइम पूरा हो गया 4 बजे
Vinod Dada, thank you so much. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
गणेश गणेश
ये कभी नहीं हुआ आदित्य सर. We have to say, we never seen this. Thank you. Slow.
विनोद का बर्थडे आज